starting. As fuck would have left. Neverember is smart enough to go home.
Easy.
Yeah, he's a fairly level-headed.
He's a clever boy.
So it's Fala. Everyone else.
With particular areas in Vaja.
Yeah.
Vaja, she wouldn't have been part of it. She'd have gone home too. Her and Floon left at some stage. Okay, could I get everyone to roll Constitution saving throws for me? Good job, Brian.
Yeah.
If it's any help, I wasn't drinking.
You don't have to make one. All right.
Just guessing what
I'll use DM inspiration on that.
Okay, roll again. Excellent.
Tom is dead.
Right.
Wow.
So Tom's dead.
Oh, Harold.
Alright. So everyone gets off to their room quite safely and happily. Razla would have gone home. Brian, you're soaking happily in some water. Which room's yours, Harold? Yeah. Is it the...
I've got the master.
You got the master bedroom, alright.
Yeah.
Alright. There we go, there's Harold. Harold wakes up.
Keep moving the bathtub.
I still have. There we go. Nice early morning music. Here we go. So, morning comes. The sun rises. Everyone kind of wakes up. Harold, you eyes slowly open to feel two bodies comfortably snuggled into you. You look to your left.
I splay out. I'll give him a cook.
Yeah. Lying next to you is the handsome face of Avi, the water genasi, hair flowing slightly like it's underwater. You look to your right. Embrick is drooling on your shoulder, like cuddled in, and yeah, they're both in bed with you, snuggled up into either side of you.
And you're getting an awful fever from the difference in temperature.
One half of me is too hot. One half of me is too cold.
Slightly damp.
Middle, just. I just sort of like look at them both,
and your
shrug,
head,
and then
your head is pounding.
As music swells, I look at my situation, shrug. So I've woken up in worse situations. And I'll try and go back to sleep for a bit.
Nuzzle back in.
He's just proud he's the guy in the middle.
When you come downstairs, you find Volo is asleep on the bar, snoring away. Yagra is...
we had a spare room.
Yeah, they didn't make it there. Yagra is asleep against the door, like keeping it shut. Like her way of still being working. But apart from Harold, everyone's feeling quite fresh in the morning. And the kobolds are going around cleaning up. Dasher would have gone home at some stage. Because he wasn't drinking, he was actually working. And yeah, you all feel pretty good.
I assume every night at the tavern isn't going to be that strenuous.
No one answers you.
I'm not prepared for this level of excitement. Can we have a group meeting?
Yeah, I'll come down.
Erlin makes his way in his little kimono.
Oh no, it's for Jockstrap and Dominant Mask.
Brian exits his mini Hiest shipwreck in his bathtub. Gets out.
There's a ship. No, he sleeps in a little oyster shell, a big oyster shell that opens and closes occasionally.
No, that's saved for the future misses.
Once I confirm that anyone else who's in the room is definitely 100% asleep or not listening, I show them.
All right. So Brynny brings out this this map in front of most of you, with some coffee and orange juice around it. Yeah, you can see it's a map of the trade wards, a big X written on it, and a name. Fenris Storm
Castle.
Storm Castle, thank you. It's written on it.
I don't know the name. Does anyone else?
Does anyone?
You can roll history checks.
Tides of Chaos, why not?
Hey!
Oh boy.
No, you do not. I mean, you have. Yagra pulls herself to her feet, opens the door, squints at you, Brian.
Morning, Yag. Sleep well?
Why are you? This is your house.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you noticed our house is pretty shittily built. You have to go outside and around the front if you want to get in.
There's a back door. There's a back door.
Oh, yeah. There is, but, yeah, I'll give you a wake up anyway.
I'm going home.
Sure, we got some orange juice and beer here.
Well, she goes over, she grabs a tankard of beer and hits the road.
Try to walk you back, you're good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Be safe.
I'll see you later. Just want to get home. I need my bed. I need my bed so bad.
I just watch her go down the street to make sure she can make it at least that far.
She seems well accustomed to this staggering journey home. This is not an unusual occurrence for Yagra Stonefist.
Stay around.
Don't shout. Don't do it. With your shouting, Volo springs upright. Italiano. Oh, well,
I quickly hide the map from the biggest gossip in the city.
Oh, what do you have there? Is that some sort of map, maybe?
No, we're just tracking our earnings from last night. It's hard because I wasn't on the till and everyone else was really drunk. But we'll figure it out.
You did pretty well. It was a very busy night. Admittedly, a bit of free champagne was given out, but it was a party. A wonderful time. As Volo seems like, despite the amount he drank, seems unaffected by the pure carousing of the night, almost like it's just part of the day for him.
Yeah, he's got that adventurer, is able to wake up at a moment's notice and start fighting. That we all have.
Well, I must thank each and every one of you for your wonderful hospitality, and I will be back soon. You keep an eye out for Volo.
Oh, well, and
I'll cover my tab next time I'm back. Bye.
Hey, Volo, mate, don't worry about it. Sure, it's only you're the reason we even got the place.
Oh, that is true. Tell me, how is it going with the the spooky thing?
It's fine.
We come to an accommodation.
Seem to have some kind of agreement. Yeah.
A glass of orange juice pours itself and floats into Brian's hand.
Oh, mate.
Mamma mia. Truly magnificent. Well, I wish you all the very best. And Volo heads off going, seeming quite happy with how everything's turned out.
Brian goes over and just does a cheers thing with an empty glass.
Ink.
Clink.
I love that Brian's had an actual character arc with the ghost.
I know.
Yeah.
At this moment, you hear hurried footsteps from upstairs, an abrupt halt, and then just vomit hitting what is probably vomit, which is probably hitting wood boards. Howard almost got to the privy, but not quite.
Not quite.
Oh.
So it would land by the kitchen over here.
I'll thank Owl's up.
I was upstairs. I probably got the hallway. It's literally the doors in front of me. It's
making their way
his butt-ass naked.
Making their way in through the back door is Emmerich, who's wearing a pair of Arald's pajama bottoms. And that's it. Because he's in very good shape, Emmerich, being a blacksmith, like quite a strong fellow. And Avi, who has somehow acquired Erland's kimono.
I'll assume it's Harold's.
Oh dear me. I don't suppose you have any orange juice, water, something?
Yeah, help yourselves.
Oh, thank you. And they go over. Avi glugging down just tons of liquid, just glug 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 glug. Emmerich
starts to fry.
Emmerich is more of a like fry up kind of guy and wanders off to the kitchen. Like, I'm just baking.
Oh, just. All right, yeah, cool. Kitchen, good. Yeah, that's where the food is. Just definitely not in the basement.
Watch out for the sausage roll.
Pokes his head out, half a sausage roll. What? It's all right. It's a bit mild, and then he goes back inside. Fire Genasi palate.
That's all right then.
Abby. Well, that was quite a night. Thank you all so much. I had a great time. Harold was nice enough to let us crash in his bedroom. Very kind of him. Nothing happened, but if you want to make him think it did, that would be hilarious.
More than welcome.
Of course. Just let him know we had a wonderful time.
Oh, we will.
We will.
Emmerich will return the jammy bottoms when, we figure out where our clothes went. And they.
All right.
So
we'll keep an eye out.
The chandelier.
No, that's not mine.
Hope that's not
That's where my shirt went.
They begin to make themselves a fry, but then you see, you're doing official adventure-y things. We'll head back to the shop. You have a lovely evening, or day, or come on, let's get out of here. And they make their way out and head back home.
Thanks for calling, mates.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Oh.
Alright, and they head off. A couple of minutes later, Harold stumbles into the room, bloodshot eyes, hair disheveled, muted. He's lost his voice.
I'm only wearing a pair of pants at the moment. I walk in, I sort of look at everybody. Good morning. Fuck.
You know what, Al? Looking a bit rough.
Your guest just left.
I feel like I've fallen through only 7 out of 9 layers of hell at the moment.
I mean, your guest said they had a wonderful time last night.
Oh yeah, they really said they really enjoyed spending all that time with you.
Well, I am a pleaser.
You're right. You're looking a bit red down there. Right?
Oh, behind the bar. Harold is one of those people who thinks that the only way to stop the hangover is to get drunk again. So it's going to find just
leftover long
find. Oh yeah, he like goes around. He like finds a leftover drink that's mostly full.
Your kobolds did a very good job cleaning up, being nocturnal creatures. So you end up having to pour yourself a fresh drink, but you've got some of Fala's very nice beer that you can pour yourself and have a little bit of that.
Beer, lovely.
Yeah. So now you're all together now.
One moment, and then he's going to go find the nearest bucket-shaped receptacle.
All right. You open up the basement hatch and throw up straight down.
Is there still does it still look like the Somme down there?
It looks pretty bad.
More throwing up.
Takes on it.
So, I suppose we've got plenty of supplies to draw.
My Harold's sick and lots of dead rats.
I wasn't thinking about the sick.
We could give it to Lady Growlhurst.
Oh, that's a good
I'm
idea.
not sure she'll be around again, to be honest.
She's a
Very
bitch. She doesn't like that we stole her money. I mean, how unreasonable is that?
In fairness, who lays our cash in a bloody horse outside, right?
Exactly. Why would you leave loads of money sitting on a horse while you're being invaded?
I look around the bar to make sure everyone...
Robots wave at you, but that's it.
It's just bad planning.
On the subject of being stolen, someone broke in upstairs last night.
Why, what?
Someone calling themselves the Black Viper.
Wait, is that
His music cue kicks in.
was that the one who helped us out with the Nimblewright the other night?
Yeah, she broke in. From what she was telling me, she searched Errol's room and Fluke. I found her in Fluke's room, but couldn't find anything. But then we totally had an amazing chase on the rooftops, and then a fantastic swashbuckling duel, and I barely got away, but then she helped me because it had been so much fun.
Roll a deception check.
Definitely not the other thing.
Errol runs upstairs to check where it should be.
Yeah, Fluke does the same.
Alright, they're so distracted by the fact someone was in their room, they're not even going to try and check on that information.
That sounds a pretty cool story.
Brian believes you, so that's a good sign.
I believe her. I'm not going to roll.
Yeah.
I held my own against the Black Viper. I mean, that's worth saying.
That's pretty cool. Oh, well. Oh, wait.
Gareth
you found a thing there.
Gareth and Fluke. Fluke, your room is as it left, and when you check under the floorboard, your money is all safe and secure. Earl, I mean, maybe? You're pretty sure the mess is as the mess was before.
Your sock pile is undisturbed. Your coat pile. Those books you have stacked in your...
Damn it. Been robbed!
Maybe. I can't find my money, so...
Everything's been tossed. Brynny, you find anything after on that fella after I went off?
Yeah, I take the map back out now that Volo's gone. So yeah, does anyone else know the name Fenris Stormcastle? It's pointing to a house in the trade ward.
Everyone can roll history checks. Tom does it with disadvantage because he is very hungover.
Is there anything obvious on the map? You know, this is the next person I'm going to kill written across the top of it, or anything? Or
No.
the fortune you seek is here. Talk to this person to receive it. Anything like that?
No.
Oh,
Just
shame.
Fenris Stormcastle and a big X next to it.
Mine was a 15 that I rolled earlier.
Oh,
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. Well done. Let me just check.
And the 2-year-old is better than my 5.
Actually, mine was natural 1.
I think I'm actually. Well, while I'm checking on this, it actually occurred to me, as you wake up and kind of take a moment to think and ready yourselves, you feel that you've all improved as people through defeating the Nimblewright and getting your bar up and running. You all feel like you're a level better as a person.
Hey!
Everyone levels up.
Is it the time to make Fluke cringe?
Oh, hit point roll.
Yeah.
Oh!
Witness!
Witness!
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
Oh, no, you are...
Yes! Oh, the best party. Oh, level 4 and you've not broken 20 hit points yet.
I've got 22.
Oh dear.
I'm on 17.
Oh, jeez.
Brian, you got a tank like you've never tanked before.
Yeah. I'm tempted. I usually take average, but I'm tempted to do it just to make up for the others. Fuck it, let's go. Hoop! Shit.
I kind of like it.
You've got to do it now, Flute. We've all done it. Peer pressure.
It continues the necessity of being crafty players as opposed to mega players.
Yeah.
This is to make up for the amazing stat rolls you all got at the beginning.
Not bad.
Oh.
Alright, everyone else has done it. Man.
You got a beat of 3. That's the highest we've had.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Tank Rogue.
Thank you.
We have a new turn.
Guys, I have no idea what I want to do with my ASI.
I like that Brian has more health than Harold and Erlin combined.
And that's after a bad roll.
Yeah. The name does not really strike a bell for any of you. Fenris Stormcastle, it doesn't really... Yeah, none of you really go, Fenris Stormcastle.
It does point to a place. I suppose we could case that.
Yeah, I guess.
Hang on. That's probably the wrong term. We could probably take a look and see what it is.
I feel it's the right term.
Getting a bit ahead of myself there.
Case joint.
Guys, I'm super sexy.
You've got a bit of vomit on your chin.
I'll make it work.
I now have slightly more strength than my other stats.
Oh, I like seeing 20s. They're good.
They
Oh,
are.
man. She's a spell.
I know. Springing on you in the middle of a session, just to be confusing. Cool.
Yeah, I just add just +2 to my strength, roll the hit dice, and that's it for me.
Nice and simple.
Barbarian.
Beefy barbarian. Oh, so much beef. Yeah, you definitely know the area that it points to in the wards. Trade ward, it's a particular sort of street of the trade ward. Beyond that, you don't really have much more information from the map.
Well, we could go today, or we could wait till Harold doesn't look like he will drop dead at any moment.
I mean, Harold, you're hungover. Give it a little while, and you'll probably be okay.
I'll be. I will be alright in a bit. Honest.
I'm giving a bit of a jolt.
A nice bit of stew and a slap, and I'll be fine.
If you ever look like you're about to pass out, I'll just give you a jolt to get your back awake again.
Yep, that's how that works.
That's how hangovers work, right? You electrocute people, they go away.
So either we check that out or we find something else to do today, I guess. Like, we could swing by the Blackstaff.
Sure, I mean, we could always just go and see what the place is.
Yeah, well,
Don't have to try and go in or anything.
we're gonna have to check it out eventually anyway. I'll do it now.
Let's just be cautious and not take anyone off.
Good to see what kind of place it is anyway. It could be in a tavern for all we know. Just walking.
Yeah, we're just going for
Going for a walk, get some air after our grand opening. Beauregard, how are you fellas are clearing out the basement? Do you need any help with that?
Oh, we can handle that. We'll just, stick to that all day, and we'll do fine.
Alright, well, looks like you got dinner for a few weeks anyway.
Yeah, rat, tasty rat. Not cat
was.
kebabs. Tasty rat. Not cat kebabs. Woo!
I'll say, I actually was quite impressed with what you did there. That's a fair murder field you got down there.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah.
Packed
So
out,
those,
man. It's deceptively deadly.
All those bunions and flagons prepared you for it.
Yeah.
It's true. We also had
Right.
traps set up in there.
Oh, I'll think of that next time I go down. Alright. So, rest of you lot, we good?
I'm good.
Alright, let's get going then. Come on, Harold, we'll bring you along.
Let me put some clothes on first, please.
You don't need that. Look at me.
As well.
I need clothes. That's the thing. I'll go upstairs.
Brian pulls the shirt off the rafters and just hands it to Harold.
Thanks.
Hey, there you go.
I've got a reputation to uphold. I'm a trendsetter, Brian. I can't be setting the trend of random shirt you found on a chandelier in a pub. Though quite bloody quirky in its own right, I don't think it will pass.
Also, I just realised Brian couldn't quite reach the shirt, so he had to go get a stool to go over to the chandelier.
Does Errol put anything on over his jockstrap?
Oh, they'll get dressed properly.
You alright out there?
Alright, meet up again in 10.
And a silk shirt.
What do you do with your invisible studded leather armor?
Yeah, I got this.
Alright, Brian holds up nothing.
What?
Oh, it's just shake it a bit.
You vaguely hear like the sound of fabric moving. Or not even fabric, just like leather creaking a little bit.
Some old dude gave me some invisible clothes. I think about it, it's kind of creepy. But I was wondering if any of you would like some invisible clothes or armor. That also sounds kind of creepy, but it's a studded leather. A few of you lot use that.
I like to leave things.
I mean, I could put some fancy clothes on and then not have to work armor into it as well. But maybe.
Probably be best for you. I wouldn't be able to copy my way in there, so.
Yeah, and you care most about, you look like, don't you? So.
Alright, you want to hold on to this, Harold? See, you'll put something on and you can just go outside.
Cheers.
Yeah. I just throw some invisible clothes over his face.
I will dress up extra fancy because I can now. Because armor's not like getting in the way.
Aw. My dog just had a bath, so she's in a huff and lying next to my legs.
Aww, doggo.
She's so damp.
Shake yourself.
So, Harold, you knock over my drinks. When you put on the I got you back, a girlfriend. The armor. Yeah, you put on your invisible studded leather armor. It looks like you're just standing in your underwear when you put it on, but you can feel it on your body. Like this it just feels like wearing a suit of leather armor. And then you want to put like clothes over that.
I was thinking that on top of the clothes, or maybe I don't know.
I mean, you can't really wear like clothes and then put the leather armor on top. It's too like
like an Under Armour thing, fabric.
Yeah, maybe. I'll like wear a long flowy shirt over the top of it, and it's great now because you see my lovely chest, the big V-neck.
All right.
This long flowy barred shirt.
V-neck shirt.
Curly chest.
Very like
big medallion.
You've been raiding my wardrobe again.
I'm only borrowing it.
So Harold comes down wearing lots of very loose-fitting clothing. It doesn't look like you're wearing armor at all,
Cool.
which is kind of nice. You do look a bit of a fop because you can't wear anything kind of tight-fitting. So it's kind of dandy clothing, but it works. You pull it off. You got a high charisma. It's fine.
He's wearing like a ghost costume.
And you all head off. So the trade ward. Where is the trade ward compared to where you are right now? So the trade ward is you're in the north ward, and the trade ward is field ward. It's down here. So it's not super far away. Like it's maybe a wee carriage jump, but it's not like you're going all the way to the dock ward or even to the yawning portal. So you all hop in a carriage. Errol does his best to hold in his breakfast as you rickety rattle down the streets. It is a windy autumn day. The wind is blowing quite loudly. Like there's that kind of like noise in the air that happens on the windier days. City background, that's what I was looking for. And you guys make your way down to the trades ward. Yeah, so how do you want to approach this? You've got an X on a particular building, so how do you want to approach it? Are you just going to take the carriage straight up to the front of the building, or...?
Casually walk past it, as if we're just going down the street, I guess.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, get out of the carriage and go for past it.
Alright. Let's have a look here. Okay, so you stop your carriage off the way. It probably costs like 1 silver for the trip, so it's almost a knock off a silver. Sorry.
Oh, no. Those silvery ones are platinums. There we go.
So you're surrounded by these buildings. They're all about 3 stories high. And yeah, the buildings here are quite old. Lived in sort of affairs. You can see there's a shop nearby. Could somebody roll a d20 for me? 18. Cool. Alright, yeah, you stop off and you move into this sort of alleyway. I'll take I have a little map actually for it.
Wait, this looks familiar. I have a black void.
Yeah. So the
Oh no.
the address you're looking for is up this here alleyway. And you're kind of standing around like, alright, we better go up this alley and have a wee check. But as you do so, what would be the marching order? If you guys were coming from this direction, what order would you all be walking in?
All I see is black. Do other people have...
I see black too.
All you see is darkness?
Yeah.
Yes.
It could be
Let me
the
fiddle.
light.
Yeah,
it's probably
let me
light.
fiddle with dynamic lighting. Yeah, global illumination on.
Me and Fluke got nothing. Oh, there we go.
Wait,
Yeah, there we go.
why doesn't Fluke have dark vision?
It's human.
Nah, I'm half elf.
Oh yeah, half
Yeah, you
it.
should
Yeah,
have
she's human.
Remind me to fix that when I get the chip.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, what would be the marching order? Kind of as you're coming from this direction here.
Errol is not at the front.
Not expecting danger, Brynny would probably be pretty near the front.
Okay.
So unless Brian would have insisted on bodyguarding at the front of the group, I would probably be there.
Brian probably near the front, but I don't know. I don't know if we're in like battle formation at the moment. It's just more of like walkie chatty.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are walking. The way you want to go, like the address is up this alleyway here, sort of tight side alley. But as you're kind of approaching, Brian,
Yeah.
you hear a sound. You
Aha.
hear
Of someone entering Discord.
a cart laden with apples comes careening towards you from the opposite direction, rolling downhill. Riding on the cart is a tiefling boy with an eye patch, screaming at the top of his lungs, "Look out!" So this apple cart is coming straight towards you, Brian. What do you do?
I brace.
You brace? Alright.
Yeah.
So you see this apple cart going towards you, crack your knuckles. Could you make a strength saving throw?
Alright. I think this thing's about to hit me in the face, so I'm just going to rage before it as well.
If you want.
Actually,
Actually, I don't think you... We're not in turn order here, so you don't rage, it just happens.
Alright, yeah.
Alright.
No,
This cart
15.
comes careening down towards you. You click your neck one way, click your neck the other way.
Oh, I got this.
Doing so with his... Alright. So this cart smashes into you, Brian. And it hits you with enough force that it kind of jolts your bones. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
As
That's
this
true.
cart smashes into you, and then you stagger back a couple of steps and come to a stop, stopping this cart from just bowling over you and then into your compatriots. The little tiefling lad looks down at you, kind of from the top, and goes, "Oh wow, you're pretty darn strong. I mean, almost as strong as I am. That was really cool." Oh, and he
Aye.
hops off and begins like grabbing apples and shoving them into his outfit.
What are you up to, kid?
Nothing. I'm an independent businessman, and this is my cart. And I'm just checking my stock. I am.
Fluke, can you seems
Yeah, seems completely above board to me. You fill your boots.
Hi, Fluke. Squidly, the tiefling urchin, waves at you, Fluke, like familiar, like hello.
Hey.
And you see running up behind comes a chubby wee lad who is wearing a mask for some reason, and a young girl kind of come running up behind. Jake's like, "Oh, hey, Fluke," and gives you a wave. And Nate signs in Thieves' Cant hello to you. And they run over and just start like grabbing apples off this cart. Sorry about that. My cart kind of I lost control of it.
they all with you, Fluke?
What's that?
These folk with you?
Well, yeah. I mean, we know each other like vaguely.
Alright.
Us and Fluke go way back. Hey. Yes, Fluke always looked after us and the other little urchins.
Yeah, it's like I'm like their queen.
Nate, you
Fluke
notice
the
the young
queen.
girl like rolls her eyes, and that
Urchin Queen. Suits you.
Yeah. Someone has to do it.
Alright, someone gonna be chasing after this cart?
Jenks goes, no, they won't be chasing after us because I cast hold person on them, and now they're stuck and they'll never pass my mighty spell. From up the
Do I
alley,
believe that?
up the alley a little bit, you hear a voice going, "Oi! Where's my damn apple cart?" It's like, he must have managed to break my spell. Clearly he's got a very impressive wisdom save. I'm just gonna... and he runs
You
up
should,
his alley.
yeah, you should like really run.
Yeah.
Right. The kids bolt.
Out here,
They
kids.
bolt up this alleyway. As they do, you see an older man comes running down. What happened? What's my cart doing all the way down here?
Didn't you put any brakes on it? It almost killed us.
There are brakes on it. Look, they're right there.
Well, they're not engaged.
Yeah. But I think now they'll roll at me.
I'm sure I engaged them. I always do.
Oh, well, look. I took a bit of a knock, but now I'm no foul, alright?
Look, he's gonna get bruises now.
Oh, sorry. Someone roll a deception check for me.
Sure. Very, very slowly.
19? Unless you Tides of Chaos it, just to get out of the way early.
Nah.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping my cart. It's most kind of you. And hang on a sec. He takes a couple of shiny red apples and gives them to Brian. Like, there you go. For your trouble.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Right, I gotta push this bloody thing back up the hill. And he gets the cart and starts, like, shoving it back up the hill. Oh.
Good luck.
What? Good business, yeah. Alright, that worked out. I want some apples.
Can I have one of those apples, Brian?
Here you go.
Yeah. I was eating it.
Yeah, and it
That's
being
round.
autumn, it's a nice, like, mac red apple.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can see one atop the other, three urchin heads, squiggly on the bottom, then Jinx, then on top Nate all poke around. And Jinx says, perhaps he was able to use a legendary resistance to suppress my spellcasting.
You are full of shit.
I am a mighty wizard. I will prove it one day, Fluke, I swear. Of course you will, Squiggly. You're the strongest wizard I've ever met. I mean, you're the only wizard I've ever met, but still.
Squiggly's ball on the bottom, correct?
Sorry? Squiggly is on the
Squiggly's
bottom,
ball on the bottom. I cast levitate.
Alright, Squiggly allows levitate to happen because he doesn't know what's going on. Squiggly just floats up. And the Earthwoman is like, Jace goes, see? For believing in my power, I've cast the fly spell upon you and granted you this boon.
How do we get him down?
He's there for the rest of his life now, that's it.
Awesome!
No, if you let go of a ledge or something, you'll float so high up, you'll go up into the clouds and we'll never see you ever again.
Cool, I can live in the clouds. That's awesome.
No. Brian throws a lasso at him.
That's not a lasso.
Right,
Have the harpoon. It's just a rope.
you have a dead child on a string.
It's like a balloon.
It's the saddest balloon ever.
Alright, you throw your lasso, it wraps around and goes, hey, Nate, look. I'm a kite. Whee!
Alright, here you go. Don't let go of him. I had to edit a rope to that.
She takes it and looks up at her friend and then looks at you and does some sort of sign language in your direction. Fluke, you understand the sign language is the sign language for my friends are idiots. But thank you.
Yeah.
Jinx goes, so what are you all doing here? Are you on a quest?
No, just going for a walk, having a look around. We've not checked this area out in a while. I mean, do you know of anything interesting going on around here?
Around here? No, not really. I mean, we do a lot around here. There's always good stuff to acquire. That's right, acquire. What Squiggly said.
You know a lot about this place?
Well, I know a little bit.
All about that place. I point to a random house.
Yeah, old Mrs. Grindelow lives there. I thought she was a deadly hag, so we went in to slay her. And then we found out she was just old and ugly.
That one?
That one there.
Not a random house.
That one there is either the home of Elminster, the deadly mage, or Mr. Smith. I can't figure out which.
Right. How about that one? And I pointed to the house we're staking out.
Fenris lives there.
Oh.
Fenris?
Yeah, Fenris, whatchamacallit? Fenris Storm.
Oh, not Fenris Stormcastle.
That's the one.
Who's that?
Oh, he's a big guy. Big man, grey hair, got all these scars on his face. Kind of wears them with pride, like. He lives alone in there.
Wait. What was the name of that guy, that burnt face guy?
Urstel Floxen.
Urstel Floxen.
Okay, just the Scarface thing just kind of got me for a sec there.
You mean pork crackling?
Yeah.
Yes, pork crackling and Starface, not
I
proper
have
steak.
some pork crackling downstairs.
Ah, box.
Nam nam nam.
Stupid back button.
Thanks very much for helping us with that there apple fella. We all got to get going though. We got stuff to do. Yeah, I gotta go. I don't know. I can fly for a while, so I want to shoot stuff with my bow from up high. You can see Squidly has his little like kid's bow and arrow, and he brings out a bow and like pew, fires it off, and, like hits Just hits.
Has it got suction cups on the end of it?
Hits Errol. Errol dies.
It's okay, you reincarnate, it's fine.
That's the point. I didn't roll. Well, no,
No, it's got like little they're like pointed, like, you know, but it's just like he's sharpened like a stick. They're like homemade arrows. You also notice Nate has like a hefty like wooden sword that, while, you know, is not a sword, if you hit someone with it, it'd probably hurt. And Jinx has a spell book in his hands. Although, again, looking at it, it looks like it might just be like a diary that he managed to acquire and has been scribbling in. You can see diary has been scribbled out and replaced with the word spellbook.
Oh,
That is.
Well,
so
anyway,
cute.
like, it's
however
obviously
cute, they still give me the creeps.
it obviously takes a lot to become proper wizards and stuff. So, like, here, so and I give each of them a gold.
Oh, they all like gather around Fluke and give her a hug. They pull like Squiggly down so he can give Fluke a hug.
I push him back up.
See if you can lift me up, leather.
Can't you? Your butt's too big. I can't do it.
Oh, so's your face.
My face is kind of big. It's because I have horns.
Well, good talking to you, kids.
All right.
Be safe out there, right?
They
Make sure you get the breaks next time.
will do. Right. Let's go steal more apples. And they head off. Nate like just holding Squiggly's leash, effectively, and they go off to get up into their own adventures and mischief.
I pull him down and stop him shouting.
Yeah. Aw. Right. So yeah,
If
the
I
place
didn't,
you're
he
looking
could just
for is
randomly die.
it's just up this it's just up this alleyway here.
Don't know if they're a little tiefling child balloon. Alright, well, just got some information about it. We take a look down here.
Yeah, we can do. I mean,
let's have a
what
go.
do we say if, you know, he comes out? Do you want to go talk to him?
Well,
Bruni, you want to go take a sneaky look first?
when we saw the Greyhounds, they said that they sent the robot off to hide something. I can't remember what it was for the life of me. I drank too much last night.
Some ghost.
Yeah, or the location of this like large amount of gold or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or something. And he didn't have that, but he had a map. So I imagine this might be where he stashed it, maybe? Or someone else, I don't know.
So he has a map leading to a map. That seems a little convoluted.
Fucking robots and stuff, you know.
It's a two-step authentication, you know.
Do you want me to take a sneaky look, or will we take the more confident approach?
I think if you want to take a quick look-see, we can chill here a minute.
Yeah, take a little sneaky look, Brinny, and I'll pat you on the shoulder and give you Blessing of the Trickster.
Nice.
We could always go in saying he's got a ghost problem. That worked pretty well last time.
Hey! No. We need a car.
Did we collect, like, the parts of the other Dimble right?
Yeah, I kept the head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
'cause
need to take that back to the other place as well. Be like,
Yeah, take it back
brought
to
you
me.
ready thing, it's in a few bits, I'm afraid.
I mean, they just wanted it destroyed and they'd give you a reward. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's a reward waiting for us, too.
all right, Brittany, are you going to sneak ahead?
That's after lunch.
Yeah, I'll sneak it in.
All right, roll a stealth check for me. All
So,
right, yeah, you
assuming
are,
blessing goes off 22.
yeah, you are very, very sneaky, and you're
Nice.
sneaking up this here alleyway.
How high are the walls?
Like 30 feet high.
I mean, not to resort to stereotype, but I would like to go up the wall and approach along the roof.
All right,
Like, keeping crouched low and just looking off the side is like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
the dynamic lighting didn't like that plan at
no,
all.
so you're on the roof, but you're there on the map. So, like, I don't have to fiddle with dynamic lighting. Right, yeah. When you come around, you can see there's this tight back alley over here.
Right. So I'll move to here on the
You
roof.
can see. So you reckon this is the building you're wanting to? That was X'd. The door is open to that building. You can also see this building over here. I'm indicating there's an open door a bit along there that you'd see if you went along the roof. And outside the building are just rugs. All these fancy rugs of different descriptions. There's an awning probably up to keep this alley like safe from rain. And there's all these rugs up lining the walls of different patterns. You see ones from Chult, ones from Luskin, ones from all over the Sword Coast and beyond. You get the feeling this is just a rug shop, basically. Yeah, and this one here, and then this building is just it lies open.
Okay. I don't see any people, do I?
You see no people, no.
Then I'll descend to street
How long
level.
do you wait and keep an eye out?
Oh god, like 10 seconds while checking for people?
Yeah, you don't see any people.
Alright, in that case I descend and I'll move close to the door and take a sneaky glance in if I can.
Alright, you poke your head in the door. So, yeah, like I said, the door stands open and the place has been ransacked. You can see tables have been overturned, couches have been sliced with knives. The whole thing is an absolute mess. Yeah, and that's just the first room you kind of poke your head into.
And I don't see people immediately.
You see no people within.
Okay, I go back to get the others then.
Yeah. Alright, you go around, you fetch the others.
You can come. The building looks like it's been ransacked.
Ah, good work.
Okay, so you see the same thing. Back alley filled with rugs. Open door. And when you look inside, yeah, it's there's a ransacked building beyond. You can see there's one room within, and then a fireplace, and then a door to another room.
Oh.
It's a very small, kind of cramped townhouse, basically. You know, these kind of little slum houses. They're normally just 2 rooms. Like, this would be where he'd have lived and slept, and then the other room is probably a kitchen or something.
Can I listen at the door of the next room?
Sure.
Yeah.
You have a listen. You hear... I'm waiting for a perception check.
Oh, sorry. I try not to roll unless I'm expressly
Yeah,
told
that's
to.
true. That's a good idea. You don't hear anything beyond.
Will we go in?
Go ahead. Gone this
Yeah,
far.
we've come this far.
Don't see why not.
Alright.
When
The
you're
door
looking at the
open.
door, you can see there is a small, cramped kitchen. Like the other room, it's completely ransacked. However, this room... let me double check exactly. Stuff is kind of weirdly put across like 2 or 3 tabs, which gets a little confusing. 2 rooms, window, fireplace, playing the blah 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 blah. And for the other one, you can see that the this room also has been completely ransacked and turned over. There is also blood on the walls and on the floor. The blood on the floor is in a circle on the wall. Sorry, the blood on the wall is in a circle with 10 lines radiating outwards from the circumference of the circle. Each of those 10 lines having a little circular splodge on the end.
Oh, great. These fuckers again.
Who are these fuckers again, Harold?
Xanathars.
Yeah, looks
Oh, yeah.
particularly beholdery. Wait, do we know what Xanathar is?
You don't know the Xanathar is a beholder, but you do know
Okay, no one
this
does.
is the symbol of his guild.
Gotcha.
Okay, I search around the room for anything. I don't know. I don't know what I'd be looking for, to be honest.
Roll an
I mean-
investigation check.
Yeah,
And Flute, could you roll a medicine check for me?
absolutely.
Alright, investigating. The thing you turn up from your investigations is somebody else has thoroughly investigated this room. They've turned over tables. They've like cut couches to see what's in them. You can see the ash in the fireplace has been all kicked up. Somebody searched this house very thoroughly. From your medicine check, Fluke, you're fairly certain this blood is fairly fresh.
I don't think this happened very long ago.
There isn't like an obvious dripping trail, is there?
No, not really.
Is it like... I wonder whose blood it is.
I wonder if it's the guy...
Mr.
I was assuming it
Stormcastle?
was the guy who lived here, yeah.
So it's just there's blood on the wall, and the place has been turned. But it looked like there was a fight in here.
Let me just check. Looking around, where do you check? You just in the building?
Yeah, just whole building.
Rolling in. Well, Fluke's Brittany's investigation would say no. There was not a fight in this building. It looks like all the damage here was done during a search. The blood was taken from somewhere else and then painted on the walls.
That's a bit weird. Strange fuckers. I was just wondering if there was like maybe a sign left if there was a struggle or something like that. Oh well.
Does it look like the door was forced?
Yes, looks like the door was effectively kicked in. And as you're checking over the door, Earl, you see a figure is standing out, somewhat obscured by the kind of drizzle of autumn and one of these rugs that is billowing in the wind. But there's a figure just standing, watching the door.
Hey, we're still there, yeah?
It's in the door.
How far away are they?
Not very far away, and actually, as you kind of take a better look at them, they move beyond the rug that is obscuring them, and you see a familiar, although not seen for some time, figure. She is. So you see a tall and graceful woman in an emerald cloak approach you. Her long silver hair billows out from under her hood. You recognize, although she is dressed differently, more kind of normally, you recognize Larelia Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Oh!
Oh!
Steps out from behind this rug and says... She says, if you've come looking for Fenris Stormcastle, I'm afraid you're too late. It appears the Xanathars got to him first. Fenris had something in his possession that I desire. Perhaps you can help me retrieve it. You've been useful to the Lord's Alliance so far, after all. I think this is your chance to finally repay your debt.
What is it?
It is the Stone of Galore. A powerful magical item that bestows knowledge upon its wielder. In particular, the knowledge of the location of the vault of Neverimber's treasure. Although I suspect you know most of this already. She steps a little bit closer to you, and she lets her hood fall back so you can see her face more properly. And she gives you all kind of a very kind of looks through you sort of stare as she looks you all over. And goes, you've been looking into this for some time, after all.
Have we?
Yeah.
Well, it seems everything's a bit more connected than we thought.
With all the Growlhund stuff.
A certain gnome tried to deliver the stone to your house, but did not make it there.
That's what that was.
That's what that burger was.
He worked for, I believe that he worked for Lord Neverember, and was either going to have you look after the stone or deliver it to Lord Neverember. He'd heard of your reputation as adventurers. But he was waylaid, and I believe the stone ended up here after whatever happened at the Growlhorn Villa happened.
Now it's been taken.
By the Xanathars.
By the Xanathars. I know where the Xanathars Guild, I believe, has taken it to. I am apprehensive to send the guard in there. They're a bit of a blunt instrument.
Well, we are specialists after all.
Of course.
Yeah.
You've done good work for us so far. That's why I'm going to ask you to do me and Waterdeep a great service. Find the Stone of Galore and bring it to me. Bring it to me at... I have a location here. 1 second.
Have a nice day.
Waterdeep Castle?
Bring it to me at the Seven Masks Theatre in the Dock Ward. I'll be waiting there. I'll have a contact waiting there for you.
When she said her and Waterdeep, do I get a hint that there's a bit of deception going on? Do I feel any bit kind of...
Yeah, you can roll a... what exactly are you looking for when you...
So, she said it'd be doing her, and then she kind of said, and Waterdeep.
Okay,
but she's here in plain clothes, and she's by herself.
Yeah.
So I'm suspicious.
Yeah, you want to see if she's like doing it for herself,
or she's holding out on us, or basically she's doing it for herself.
Roll an insight check.
And I want to check if she's an illusion.
Yeah. Does she sound like she should do?
Yeah, she sounds like she should do.
DM inspiration to investigate. It's 11.
I mean, she looks like who she should look like. But Renee, you look her over with your very keen investigative mind, insightful presence. And you gather, I don't know, there's something off about the way she says she and Waterdeep, like, it's all very well delivered and stuff, but I don't know, your suspicion is somewhat raised. There's something just off about the situation. And they look at you, and I'm going to roll an insight check for them to see if they notice that you look kind of finicky. Oh, they don't. So yeah, they're just like, yes, bring it to me at the Seven Masks Theatre.
Why don't we bring it to you and keep?
I'm trying to keep this somewhat low-key. That's why I'm using adventurers. There are people I can't trust, people who would be after this gold with everything they had.
Do I remain suspicious of...
I mean, you got the information you got from the first question.
Cool.
Okay, well, do you have any idea where we should start to look?
I do indeed. That's the wrong thing. They're in the South Ward. There's a cellar complex in the South Ward that the Xanathars Guild use as a stronghold. That's where they'll have taken them. And she gives you sort of an address quite nearby.
Alright.
Okay.
I don't see why we won't look into it. We'll see what we can find out and hopefully get it back for you.
Good. This will go a long way to paying your debt with us. In fact, if you can bring me this stone, you can consider it well paid off. You'll be free from your obligations to the Lord's Alliance.
Right. Well, sounds
Okay.
pretty good to me. It's not dangerous, is it? You know what it does?
The mission or the stone?
No, the stone itself.
I've never possessed it myself, but I do understand it has some form of sentience of its own. So it should be taken with a grain of caution.
Gotcha. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Well, we'll get to that. You safe on the streets by yourself?
She smiles and goes, I am quite safe. I can handle myself, don't you worry.
Cool. Alright, well, good talking to you.
Alright, remember, the Seven Masks Theatre. I'll wait for you there.
Cool.
Okay.
Or she'd say, my agent will wait for you there. And then she takes a step back and, like, moves away all, like, mysterious Batman-esque.
Oh. Yeah, that was a bit strange.
Well, she is rather shady, to say the least.
Does anyone else feel like about to get shanked?
Yep.
I just got this feeling in just right here in my back.
This feeling of possible shanking.
Yeah, it's just between two ribs.
I don't understand why Lord Neverember's vault would be so protected, other than it has so much money in it.
Hey, Brynny, do you want to maybe tail her for a bit, see where she goes?
I can try. I'll give it a go. I guess I'll skulk off and see if I can follow her.
I mean, you'll still have the blessing.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for me as you try and like keep tails on her and keep an eye on.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Brittany walks the wrong way. Well,
Well, at least you didn't get spotted.
Oh.
There he comes back.
If you've
So,
got DM inspiration still, you could always use that.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's
My
worth
symbol is blank, so I think I do. Yeah, I'll do it. Do I re-roll or do we take
You can
13?
reroll.
Whew.
Alright,
That's like an improvement.
that's significantly better. Alright, she does a very good job disappearing. Like, she moves down an alley, disappears into a crowd, but you are able to tail them. Could you make a perception check? Or, sorry, a stealth check for me.
Nice.
Good, very good. Okay. Okay, so they make a perception check to see if they spot you. Alright, you see they look over their shoulder a few times. They're kind of hood up, but they do not seem to spot you as you move through. And I'll just take you to another like bit of the map just to kind of get the effect of this. They go several, she goes for several streets, moving amongst the crowd, until she comes to a carriage, a rather fine carriage. And she walks up to it, and the carriage door opens up, and hopping out of the carriage is a hooded figure who drops down and like kind of indicates for her to go inside. She nods politely at them and gets into the carriage. Could you make another stealth check for me? And then a perception check. If you want to try and get a look into the carriage.
Assuming Bessie and Trickster stood up. 20.
Yep.
He's good.
Alright. So you kind of readjust yourself as the carriage door closes, but you can still kind of just see through the carriage, like the blinds, they're not fully closed on it. And the figure, she sits down very demurely, and the other figure gets in. You see the other figure pulls back their hood and like cranes her neck, and you recognize the drow who shot at you guys in one of your first missions. And as you're looking at them, Lady Silverhand's form transforms into another drow. A drow, handsome, wearing an eye patch and a very fine cap. And they sit there
God.
and look thoughtful. Would you like to? And the carriage begins to click and click clatter away. Do you want to try and get close enough to overhear?
I'm going to push my luck. I'm going to try to get close enough to hear if I can.
All right, so you want to kind of like move alongside the carriage. You're getting quite far away from the rest of the party. You're several streets away. All right, roll a stealth check and a perception check to try and listen in. All right, 20. All right, so you definitely overhear the conversation. Okay, so just real quick perception check over here. Okay. So you're like jogging alongside this carriage, moving quickly. You can't really see the driver because they've got a hood up. But as you're going along, hear the voice go, "Do you think they believed it, boss, or?" I don't know. I felt my performance was as excellent as ever. They looked like they believed me, but you know how distrusting adventurers are. We'll keep an eye on them. We need them to bring us the stone. It's like, and what if they don't? Well, we know where they live.
Fuck me. Okay. I opt to stop pushing my luck and I head back.
Alright, you stop pushing your luck. The fine carriage continues on. You see it is moving in the direction of the dockwards. And I think that's a good place to leave the session for today. You got very lucky. That guy has a deception of 14, and you saw through his lie.
Oh, you cut out. What?
You got fairly lucky. That guy has a deception of 14, and you saw through his lie.
Oh. Damn. Yeah, there's Regan Darth.
I mean, it was very obvious that that wasn't the open lord of Waterdeep.
I mean, it's worth noting that
It could have been.
the open lord of Waterdeep herself is an ex-adventurer and known to go off and do her own thing. There's a couple of places in the actual story where it's like, she just goes and does this. Doesn't go with guards, doesn't do anything, because she can just kick her ass through the door if she wants to.
Yeah, Fluke would have totally trusted it. So, yeah, seems legit.
That is suspicious.
I know. He rolled badly on his deception and only got a 7, which meant he only got a 21.
Yeah. If it was any other, like, faction, I would have just been late. Yeah, you know, I can understand why I don't want to use guards, but for Xanathars, rate the shit out of that.
Just burst in there and kick the door in. Alright,
Yeah.
so yeah, we'll have a talk at the next one, what you guys want to do. This kind of section of the game is like, we're now into the hunt for the Stone of Galore.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
great treasure of the vault. Yeah. Everyone have a good time?
Yeah, absolutely. That was brilliant.
Good stuff, good stuff.
I'm glad we waited for the party in the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
To
Yeah.
make it most of the session, I think that worked out really nicely.
No,
Yep.
that was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun as well how the Black Viper just had no It was a very unlucky feat. Like she's a fairly legitimate like character sheet, but you know the rules said otherwise.
She definitely needed reliable talent.
Not quite.
It's
Not
sort of-
quite the level.
It sort of made her charming, though, didn't
It
it?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it did!
I
Yeah.
like my charm.
Nevertheless, I'm still a successful thief, even though I fall off every other rooftop.
I feel most nights she doesn't fall off so many rooftops. I think it's because another thief was watching, so that's why she screwed up.
Yeah.
It gave her that authentic adventurer feel.
It's true. And I like the chaos of the nimble right thing. I was like, how can I make the nimble right fight more interesting? I know, I'll just make everything happen at once, and you have to make
Yeah.
choices.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Bit of control chaos.
Did you have a think about how you doing possibly finding magical items?
I haven't really yet. I need to read that section of Xanathars. It
Yeah, sure.
won't come up. A lot of stuff's going to happen quite quickly now, so it won't happen probably
Okay.
in the immediate future. But yeah, there aren't shops, but it is an option, but it would be a downtime kind of work you'd have to put into it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Alright, but anyway, I'm going to stop the recording.